for now. Let's bring you some entertainment news, and Judita Da Silva is standing by to give us all the latest. Yeah, there she is. Judita, good to see you.
Good evening.
Yeah, okay, so let's start with the festival scene. Nigeria made its mark at the Toronto International Film Festival with the premiere of Abudu's collaboration with movie star turned director Idris Elba. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so this was the premiere of the short film set in Lagos called Dust to Dreams, produced by Ebony Life Films with Abudu, directed by Idris Elba, and starring like a star-studded cameo by Seal, the international singer, and lead actress Nsekwe Etim. And so it kind of tells a story of a struggling club owner that's this has this legendary club that's kind of on its last legs, and how they revive it through a restoration of broken ties in family and so on. It's like a feel-good coming-of-age story, and also stars a former Nigerian Idol contestant. But the thing about this is that it's kind of was an introduction to what Idris Elba's new phase of his career is. He's been the leading man in Hollywood. He's done DJing, he's done music, he's done rapping. And now he's invested in businesses, but now he's kind of investing in Africa. So an African native himself, he kind of looks to what he believes is the untapped potential of the continent. And that's kind of what he's showcasing with this short film at Tiff.
Indeed, with a Sierra Leonean father and Ghanaian mother, Idris Elba, he's made it clear, really, that his future ambitions will have, a strong focus on Africa. Could this be the start of a trend with more Hollywood A-listers venturing into Nollywood?
I think it's one of those things, like a lot of stuff that I've been privy to on this side of the pond and working in America is Nigeria is something that is on everyone's radar, but they just can't figure it out. They see big companies venture in and then pull back and retreat because it hasn't really worked out. It's like the Wild West, but there's so much potential there. So what Idris Elba is doing is what would be ideally defined as a proof of concept. If he can be successful with what he's building, because bravo to him, he's got a long-term plan. What other companies tend to do is throw a lot of money at it, make a lot of noise, and when there isn't immediate yield, they retreat. He's got a long-term plan. He's doing it by collaborating with key figures like Abudu. That's an intelligent way to go about it. And if he can be successful, someone of his stature would basically be a bat signal to other people to say that it is possible to make this work, and we can expand on it if we follow the quote-unquote Idris Elba model. So it's down to us to kind of really tether to someone like this, because I've always said the future of Nollywood when it comes to globalization is through partnerships with Africans in the diaspora. They are a cheat code that Nigeria is not exploiting as well as it could do, and Idris will prove that.
Absolutely, I agree with you totally. Now let's talk about Nigerian actor Kanayo Kanayo. He's made his feelings clear about the growing trend of Nollywood producers casting YouTube stars in their movies.
Yeah, so he took to his Instagram and he talked about a YouTube channel that he started, which is going to be driven by finding new talent and nurturing new talent. And it's always going to be merit driven, as opposed to something he said he saw decades ago at the start of his career. And it's repeating itself now, where studios and casting directors will find personalities on YouTube that are very popular and just constantly put them in films. So you're almost banking on the success of your film by leveraging social media popularity. But where do the young talents, the people who organically grow through the industry, come to? They don't get a shoe in. And I do champion this very much, because I just say that someone like him, with his pedigree, talking about really caring about the merit of the art form is something that speaks to my heart, because when it comes to Nigerian film, it suffers from this kind of schism where people just want to make money. They want, which is understandable, put food in your belly and a roof over your head. But if there is no love of the art, you will always reach that stumbling block that when you're compared to the rest of the industries around the world, you don't measure up, because the value for the craft is not there, just the value of the dollar.
You say this is an issue that's peculiar to Nigeria, or can it be found in other industries, in other sectors?
See, that's a fascinating thing. It does exist in every other industry, but in every other industry, you have a spectrum. So you do have the stars that are just popularity driven. They are clickbait. They just put bums in seats where people really, lots of people flock to their content, but they flock to it knowing that there's no substance, just entertainment. But look at an actress like during award season last year, Demi Moore made a speech where she said she was been so overwhelmed to win a Golden Globe for the substance, because when she was big in her career and she started out, she was told, you're a popcorn actress, you're not going to win any awards, and she accepted that. But then challenging herself to do something different, look at where she is now. So it takes people like Kanayo to basically champion that thing, that even though you can have your popularity driven stars, there must be the craft-driven stars. There must be the artists. You have a Meryl Streep, but you also have I don't know, like a Britney Spears or an Ariana Grande. There is room for everyone, but you have to show that a robust industry has the entire spectrum, and that will garner respect.
Absolutely. Craft over popularity, or you might say craft should go hand in hand with popularity. Judith Da Silva, thank you very much. As always, look forward to having these conversations again.